You know what's better than a hero versus villain fight? A villain versus villain fight. No morals, no holding back, just pure chaos. Today, we're diving into the 10 most legendary villain versus villain battles in anime history. If you love watching bad guys tear each other apart, you're in for a treat. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. We begin with number 10. Hisoka versus Chrollo. Hisoka is a lunatic, but you gotta respect a guy who picks fights just for the thrill. And when he finally got his wish to face Chrollo, the leader of the Phantom Troop, things got insane. Chrollo didn't just fight. He orchestrated the entire battle like a maestro, using stolen abilities to overwhelm Hisoka. And when the dust settled, let's just say Hisoka learned the hard way that fighting Chrollo in his own game was a death wish. But hey, this is Hisoka. We all know he doesn't stay dead for long. At number 9. Madara Uchiha versus Kabuto Yakushi, Naruto Shippuden. Madara is the kind of guy who doesn't just beat his enemies, he schools them. And when Kabuto, thinking he was the smartest guy in the room, revived Madara through Edo Tensei, he had no idea he was about to unleash a nightmare. The moment Madara broke free from Kabuto's control, you could practically hear the "you done messed up" alarm ringing. Kabuto thought he was the puppet master, but Madara was playing chess while Kabuto was still learning checkers. At number 8, All for One versus Shigaraki Tamura, My Hero Academia. When the evil mastermind behind everything decides to mentor the next big villain, you think they'd get along, right? Nope. All for One nurtured Shigaraki, but when the student got too strong, the teacher refused to step aside. What followed was a power struggle of the ages, an all-out mental and physical brawl between two of the most dangerous forces in My Hero Academia. In the end, Shigaraki proved he wasn't just some second-rate villain, he was ready to claim his own throne. At number 7. Frieza vs. Frost, Dragon Ball Super. Frieza and Frost are basically copy-paste versions of each other, but while Frieza is a master manipulator, Frost is just a wannabe. Their fight was less about brute strength and more about who could out-trick the other. Frost thought he had the upper hand until Frieza casually betrayed him like it was just another Tuesday. Honestly, watching Frieza toy with Frost was like seeing a cat play with a mouse, except the cat was an intergalactic tyrant. At number 6, Dio Brando versus Enrico Pucci, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean. Now this wasn't a typical beatdown, but the battle of ideologies between Dio and Pucci was just as intense. Dio, the OG vampire menace, saw something in Pucci and shaped him into a disciple of chaos. Their interactions were filled with manipulation, loyalty, and a terrifyingly calm discussion about heaven itself. And when Pucci finally put Dio's vision into action, it became clear. Dio might have been the stronger villain, but Pucci was the most dangerous. At number 5, Aizen versus Yhwach, Bleach. You know you're built different when you can outsmart the literal god of Bleach. Aizen and Yhwach's battle wasn't just about power, it was a war of perception. Aizen, the king of deception, faced off against Yhwach, the man who could see the future. But even with godlike abilities, Yhwach underestimated Aizen, a mistake that cost him dearly. Aizen might have lost the battle, but he once again proved that no one plays the long game like he does. At number 4, Shigaraki Tamura versus Redestro. Redestro thought he was going to crush Shigaraki with his insane stress-fueled strength. Instead, he got front row seats to Tamura's awakening. Shigaraki didn't just fight, he annihilated. His decay quirk evolved mid-battle, turning the battlefield into dust and destruction. By the end, Redestro wasn't a threat, he was a follower, bowing to the new king of villains. At number 3, Kaido versus Big Mom, One Piece. When two Yonko go head-to-head, it's not just a fight, it's a natural disaster. Kaido and Big Mom didn't hold back, clashing so hard their battle literally split the heavens. These two aren't just strong, they're monsters, and watching them go all out was like watching two kaiju fighting for dominance. It took everything to finally take them down, but for a brief moment, we saw what absolute power really looks like. At number 2, Kenjaku versus Mahito. Mahito might have been Jujutsu Kaisen's most punchable villain, but even he wasn't ready for Kenjaku's betrayal. These two had been allies, but Kenjaku had no use for Mahito anymore, so he did what any true manipulator would. He turned Mahito into a tool. Literally. Mahito begged for his life, But Kenjaku was like, nah, you're a battery now. And just like that, Mahito, the big bad villain we hated, became nothing more than an accessory. Finally at number 1, Zeref versus Acnologia. If there was ever a villain showdown that felt like a final boss battle, it was this one. Zeref, the immortal dark wizard, versus Acnologia, the dragon of destruction. Both of them were basically unstoppable, and when they clashed, it was a fight beyond human comprehension. Zeref wanted to rewrite reality, and Acnologia? He just wanted to end everything. In the end, neither truly won, but this battle proved one thing. Evil doesn't share the throne. And there you have it, 10 of the most legendary villain versus villain fights in anime. Which one blew your mind the most? And did we miss any epic showdowns? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. We've got more insane anime battles coming your way.